Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Maybelline, and if you're returning subby, welcome home babes. This video is for the girls who still don't know how to do their own makeup in 2025. Like, girl, get it together, okay? So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do an everyday soft glam look, and this is very much beginner friendly, I'd like to believe. So if you want to learn how to do your own makeup and do it well, stay tuned. And also guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, also if you see me looking here a lot, I have like my mirrors here, so that's why. First things first, we're gonna prime. I use two different primers. I use the Estee Laude, the mattifier, because I am an oily girl and I'm also acne prone. So I use this on my T-zones, and then I use this Essence Hydro Hero Primer. I use this for the rest of my face because everything I use is matte. So this just adds, like, you know, the hydration, the glow within, you know, it gives that kind of effect. So first things first, we're gonna prime, and I will link all the products I use down below. Unless I can't find a link to them, I will just tell you where you can get them. Okay, so we're just gonna go with a bit of this, like literally the tiniest bit. We're just gonna put this like right over here, like basically, and I put on lip oil and lip therapy just to moisturize the lips while we do our makeup. And then with this one, we're gonna put it everywhere else on the face. So just gonna take a little bit right there. Okay, once your primer is applied, we're gonna go ahead and do the brows. So before you apply any product to your brows, you're gonna have to wipe your brows clean of any oils, primer, and all of that, just so that the gel you put really like sticks. Take our spoolie and brush them up. Also, I don't do much to my brows because if you can tell, like, I have pretty decent brows, so I don't do much to my brows because one, they come out looking super blocky and I hate that, and I think I just like a more natural looking brow, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Sheets palette. This is from Diskim. I take the black color and just take that on like the other end of this brush, just a little bit, and we're gonna fill in my sparse areas, which is like by the arc on each brow. So just gonna brush so everything blends. And also the reason I do this is because once I add concealer, it's gonna look like I did the most with my brows, in a good way though. Blend. Then we're now gonna go in with our gel. So the gel that I use for my brows is this Got To Be gel. So I go in with this, just like not a lot, like a tiniest bit. So I just do this with my brush until I have a good amount. I don't know if you can see, but like good amount, and we go in the brows. Once you're done with your brows, take your tissue and just like wipe around them, because you don't want the gel mixing with your concealer and foundation and it looking a hot mess. So just do that. Let's quickly dry them a bit. Now I'm gonna go in with our concealer. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer in shade Toffee. This is what I'm going to use to carve out my brows underneath. Also, don't use a lot, or use a lot. It's this whole time I had primer in my nostrils. But anyways, go in with like a good amount. And also guys, the key to your makeup looking good is the amount of time you take to blend. I literally blend for ages because I need my makeup to look absolutely perfect every time I do this. And that's how you need to look before you start blending. So I personally, I blend out my makeup most of the time using brushes, but if you are a beginner, I would rate use a beauty blender. It makes everything easier for you. To blend this out, I'm going to use this medium shader brush, number 2. My brushes are from Shein, by the way. And I'm going to blend this downward. And then I'm going to blend out the concealer down to my eyelids just to prime them. If you're going to do a shadow look, then I highly recommend you do this just so everything is like one even color. And boom, we're done with our brows. Okay, then now we're going to go in with our foundation. I'm going to use my Essence I Love Flawless Clean foundation. This is a matte and full coverage foundation, and this is in shade light tan. Okay, and then I usually take and pump on the back of my head. First things first, before we put this all over my face, we're gonna take the same brush we used for underneath our brows, and we're gonna take some of the foundation. We're gonna carve the top of our brows. Now the next brow. Now let's put this all over my face. I think I'm gonna need another pump of this, and maybe like just a tiny pump. Mix this around. And then this last bit on my nose. I don't know, should I mix it in with this? Just like a little bit. Or what? Let's hope for the best. Okay. For this, I'm going to use my foundation brush. I'm going to take a bit of my setting spray and just spray like that. And we're going to use tapping motions for this. Also, I don't go under my eyes because we're going to use concealer, and I avoid having thick layers of makeup on my face. And please guys, don't forget to bring your foundation down to your chin and like neck and all of that. Why does it look good today? Is it because I'm filming? As you can see, I have like this big, I don't know what you call that, and also like some on my nose because I recently like popped something on my nose. I'm just gonna take a bit of concealer and spot conceal there real quick, and here, and like here. And we're just gonna let that sit for a bit. I'm gonna gonna take the tiniest pump of foundation so it can like cover a bit of my forehead. I took this much. I don't really like putting foundation on my forehead, so we're just gonna put this on my nose and just like there and pray for the best. And we're gonna mix it like I did. So by the way, I used to use this concealer to contour, but I got a new / dark concealer, so I don't use that one anymore. And we're just gonna go in. We're gonna go in with our contour. Okay, so for our contour, we're gonna use the I Love Flawless Skin from Essence again. This is a concealer and this is a high coverage concealer, and it's in shade Deep Dark Deep. So we're gonna go on our forehead here, and then our nose, just a little bit on our nose, because a little goes a long way, literally that much. And then cheekbones, and I don't use liquid contour for that area. I think I'm just gonna put on another tiny dot there and like here. And this is my contour placement. Hopefully you can see. And let's blend out. And this is where you start going back and forth with your contouring brush and your foundation brush so that everything is seamless. So I'm just blending upwards, if you can tell. I know it looks scary, but you need to trust the process when it comes to makeup, unfortunately. Like, this looks so scary. Trust the process. Now we're gonna go, before we blend our nose, we're just gonna go in with our foundation brush and just go over everything, that everything is like nicely blended. And then this. The other reason why I start with my brows first is so that I can blend in all my things into my brows. Also, I'm sorry if the light is changing because it's getting cloudy outside, so hopefully it still looks pretty good. My liquid blush is this Avon 2-in-1 Cushion Cloud Creamy Lip and Cheek color, and this is in shade Bubblegum. It's in shade Bubblegum. Let's put this up here. That's my blush palette. Then we're gonna go in with her. This is Flawless Concealer Brush number 5. And we're just gonna use this. Next step is my concealer, my brightening concealer, and this is the Smudge Perfecting Concealer. This is from Clicks and it's in the shade Soft Beige. One thing about this concealer, it dries super fast. So I go in with one eye at a time. So I'll start off with this and right there and like right there. It's so creamy and thick, like it's so creamy. And then I go in with this concealer in the center just to bring down the brightness a bit. And while I'm doing this / putting the second concealer, it's drying, so that's how I usually do it / sandwich. But I think I'm gonna put more of the brightening concealer, just a little bit more ensure that everything is coverage. And then we're going to take the angled shading brush, and we're going to use this to blend out, because it's angled, it will get in, you know. So yeah, tapping motions. You don't want to move your concealer around too much. I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender and then once we're done with that, we're gonna go in with our powder puff, and then we're gonna just go in with a nice thin layer. We're not baking it. And just press that in. Okay, and now we're just gonna go ahead and do the rest of the face. Look, it's already dry here, and I just put it on. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use it to reverse contour my nose. Forehead done. Now setting the rest of my face now. Forehead and down the bridge of the nose. And then reverse contour. And then just around the mouth. And then here we go. What I'm gonna use to remove the bake is the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder in shade True Caramel, and we're gonna start under the eyes. Just that way. To reinforce all the contour, we're gonna go in with the Essence Contouring Gel Palette. This is in Darker Skin. And then we're gonna go in circular motions, lightly, and just into the hairline as well. And then for my jawline, I use the powder contour and just do that. And nose contour, I'm gonna go with this tapered blending brush, just dip it in and go from the eyebrow down to the nose, from the eyebrow down to the nose. I'm going to take the same contour, the dark shade, and take that and put it on the crease of my eye. we're gonna use this blush from Design. This is a brand, I don't know if they still sell it at Epcos, but I bought this a really long time ago. This is in the shade Perfect Pink. I'm gonna take our Smudge matte fixing spray. I'm gonna just drench the face. We're gonna drench our face. Get the fan ready and fan. This just like take away the super powdery look and just make everything melt into the skin. And now we're gonna take our fan brush and do what highlighter. I'm gonna use this Isabella Garcia highlighter, and this is in the color Gold Shimmer. And we're gonna use this right on top. Right on top. Just, you see that? And at the brow. Then tip of the nose. And right here on the bridge of my nose. And then Cupid's bow. Now for our finishing touches, we're gonna do our eyes. I'm gonna take my eyeliner. This is from Isabella Garcia and it's a black eyeliner. I'll line our eyes. And voila. You can add, if you want to add liner, you can add liner, but the contour already gives you like a liner effect. But I'm gonna add like a baby wing, just like the tiniest wing. I have my wing, but yeah. Also, it's hard doing a wing with lashes on. Usually I do this before I put on lashes, but I have clusters. That hides the mess I just did. But after doing a wing, this is when I'd usually put on my strip lashes. So if you have those, you should put those on now. For our lips, wipe off the thing now. Our lip therapy. Then we're gonna take our foundation brush and just, we're gonna take this Maybelline lifter liner in the color 1, cross the line. So I'm just gonna line my lips. And then we're gonna blend. Once that's blended, we're just gonna go on again, reinforce it. We're gonna go in with oh my word, the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Seductress. It's just, and then for lip gloss, we're gonna go in with this Essence lip gloss. I can't tell you what shade it is because this, as you can tell by the packaging, this is a really old lip gloss and has expired a very long time ago, but I still use it. So just gonna go in with this on top. Then just gonna add a bit of mascara to the bottom lashes, or if you don't want, you can just stop right here. I'm just gonna do like just a last spritz. There we have it, guys. This is your beginner friendly everyday soft glam look. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment if you'd want to see more videos like this, and don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. But this is the complete look. Like I said, I will try to link all the products I use down below, including the brushes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.